Shiba Inu just shocked the entire crypto space with a breakthrough so massive that it could change everything we thought we knew about this project. For years, the conversation around Shiba Inu has been laser-focused on one thing: token burns. Burns were the obsession, the strategy, and the dream. People believed, with almost religious certainty, that burning tokens was the only way Shiba Inu could ever reach the legendary 1 penny price point. It's what fueled entire campaigns. It's what the community rallied behind. It's what people hoped would push SHIB beyond just another meme token. But what if we've all been looking in the wrong direction? Today, that belief has been shaken to its core. Because what's coming out now reveals something bigger. Something simpler, more powerful, and already in motion. And what's most shocking of all? It's not about burns. A new wave of whale activity just hit Shiba Inu. 228% surge in large-scale transactions within 24 hours. Trillions of tokens are moving behind the scenes. Whales are loading up, and they're not making these moves for fun. They're seeing something. They know something. And now, so do we. But before we dive deeper into the new discovery that could be the key to reaching 1 penny, let's take a moment to understand where we've been. Shiba Inu hasn't exactly had an easy run over the last few months. Despite some strong developments in the ecosystem, SHIB has struggled to gain serious price momentum. As of now, it's down about 10% in just the past week. Since its December 8th high, it's fallen more than 60%. That's not easy for the community to swallow. Especially after everything that's happened. Positive regulatory signals, new launches, Shibarium growth, influencer backing. Still, the price action just hasn't followed. And that leads to frustration. That leads to doubt. The same holders who've stuck by SHIB through ups and downs are once again asking, what's it going to take? The answer, it turns out, may have been right in front of us the entire time. We've all heard it before: for SHIB to hit 1 cent, we need massive burns. Otherwise, it's impossible. But today, that narrative is starting to crumble. Because while everyone was looking at burn trackers and calculating how many tokens needed to vanish, something much more interesting was happening. Shiba Inu began showing signs of a deep, high correlation relationship with Bitcoin. And that's the new key. According to recent data from Into the Block, Shiba Inu has shown a staggering 92% correlation with Bitcoin over the past 30 days. That's not a fluke. That's not a temporary alignment. That's a pattern. That's a signal. That's the kind of connection that could unlock a completely new path forward, one that doesn't depend on burning trillions of tokens to move the price. Now let's really think about what that means. If Bitcoin makes a huge move, say it doubles or triples in value, and SHIB continues to track closely with it, the price of SHIB could also start moving at a much faster pace than anyone expects. And historically, SHIB has often outperformed Bitcoin during bull runs. So if Bitcoin goes up 200%, SHIB could go up 400%, 600%, even 1000% depending on market sentiment, social media momentum, and overall crypto hype. And here's where things really start to get exciting. A rise like that wouldn't just be a pump. It could be the start of a serious climb toward that 1 cent goal. Let's put some numbers to it. Right now, SHIB has a total supply of 589 trillion tokens. To hit 1 cent at that supply level, the market cap would need to be around $5.89 trillion. For a long time, people dismissed this number as impossible. No crypto will ever have a $5 trillion market cap, they said. But those same people are now watching Bitcoin approach $2 trillion on its own. If Bitcoin hits $296,000 per coin, which would give it a $5.89 trillion market cap, it would no longer sound like fantasy. And that's only part of the story. What if Bitcoin doubled that? What if one day, it hit $593,000 per coin, pushing the total BTC market cap over $11 trillion? That's a 516% increase from where it is now. If that happens, and SHIB maintains or strengthens its correlation, we might not just see a rally. We might see a full-blown market explosion. One that finally gives SHIB the momentum it needs to do what people thought was impossible. And we haven't even talked about the other developments in the SHIB ecosystem. Because as this macro trend plays out, Shiba Inu is getting stronger on its own. Shibarium, the project's Layer 2 blockchain, just saw a 54% jump in transactions. That means the network is being used more. Projects are launching. Developers are building. The ecosystem is growing, not in theory, but in practice. And that kind of growth is what turns a meme coin into a serious contender. Still, the skeptics remain. They'll say, even if SHIB rides Bitcoin's wave, it still can't reach 1 cent without a massive supply cut. But that argument is getting weaker. Because now, it's clear there's more than one road to the same destination. Yes, burns help. But they're not the only tool in the toolbox. A strong network, massive user base, smart partnerships, adoption, utility, and macroeconomic correlation with leading assets like Bitcoin, these are all pieces of the puzzle. Let's not forget that this isn't just about price. It's about belief. The Shiba Inu community has weathered everything. From FUD to regulation, from massive corrections to meme wars. Through it all, they've kept going. And that's not by accident. It's because this project isn't just about money, it's about proving that a community, driven by shared goals and fueled by belief, can build something real. Something powerful. Something that stands the test of time. And now, with this new correlation revelation, that belief has a new foundation. A new reason to hold. A new reason to stay optimistic. The 1 cent dream isn't dead. It's simply changing shape. It's becoming more dynamic, more realistic, and more exciting than ever. To put it in perspective, if SHIB does hit $0.01, and you're holding 10 billion tokens, that's $1 million. That's life-changing wealth. Right now, those 10 billion tokens would cost you about $127,000. But if SHIB even gets halfway there, you're still sitting on massive gains. And if it ever pushes beyond, well, that's the stuff crypto dreams are made of. Of course, this isn't a guarantee. It's a vision. But it's a vision backed by volume, data, sentiment, and movement. Whales are accumulating. The devs are building. The network is growing. And now, the entire market is beginning to take notice. The pieces are falling into place. The path is becoming clearer. So what's your take on this? Do you believe the 1 penny price is still possible? Is the new Bitcoin correlation a game changer for SHIB? Let us know in the comments below. If you're serious about staying ahead in this space, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications bell. Because in crypto, missing one update could mean missing your moment. And if you found this video helpful, informative, or just exciting, please share it with as many people as you can. The world needs to know that Shiba Inu is not just alive, it's evolving. The story isn't over. It's just getting started. Let's get this news out there, and let's show everyone that Shiba Inu is still one of the most powerful forces in the entire crypto market.